Y'all know who Bill Gates is? Created that demon system, Xbox, responsible for those computers that break every year and a half. I don't know if y'all heard of him. Uh, the computer expert who's on the television screen all the time talking about the pandemic because everyone knows Steve Jobs, Bill Gates' biggest competition, RIP. Everybody knows his second major was actually public health. Did y'all know that? That's actually a common thing for computer engineers, for software engineers. Did y'all know that? Public health. That's the thing. It's not. It's not. There's no reason we should be seeing Bill Gates everywhere, but yet we're seeing Bill Gates everywhere, and he is obsessed with healthcare organizations. I'm not talking about to a comfortable level. I'm talking about obsessed with healthcare organizations. And we've been seeing his face everywhere. Now, the reason we're bringing up Bill Gates is because our next story is about one of his companies shutting down. It says a Bill Gates funded COVID-19 tracking program was shut down by the FDA. Let's check this story out, people. All right. Now, it says that the Seattle-based initiatives, Seattle Coronavirus Assessment Network, or SCAN, has been ordered to halt its at-home coronavirus testing scheme by the federal authorities. Oh, I bet y'all didn't know that was happening, huh? A lot of y'all freaking out about 6666, reading your Bibles, like, oh no, this is the devil's bill. I knew Revelations was here. Y'all freaking out about that. Y'all didn't even know. Since March, y'all been getting tracked up there in Washington. Woo, pulled the wool right over your eyes, didn't he? But yes, they were doing a COVID surveillance in Seattle this entire time. But hey, I'm sure that it's for altruistic reasons because Bill Gates is just a super nice guy. They were ordered to halt its at-home coronavirus testing by the federal authorities. The FDA has ordered SCAN to stop screening for the virus, putting the program that has been providing hundreds of home testing kits each day on pause. As of Wednesday, all links to the project's websites have now redirect to a notice stating its operations are currently paused due to a conflict with the FDA. SCAN has been operating under an emergency use authorization from the Washington State Department of Health. The notice says, we have been notified that under revised guidance issued on May 8th, a separate federal EUA is now required. Just one day before the SCAN suspension, Bill Gates praised the effort in his personal blog. He says it has the potential to become an important tool for health officials seeking insights about the spread and behavior of the virus. And all that may be all well and good, but you're not a doctor, bruh. You're not a researcher. What are you talking about? I'm just saying. Let me continue. Anyway, while the notice offered no timetable for when testing might go back online, it noted that SCAN is actively working to address the FDA's concern and has been in contact with the agency since March. Spearheaded by 5 Seattle healthcare organizations, the program, according to Gates, was meant to create a coronavirus surveillance system by testing a sample of the people in the Seattle region, both sick and healthy. Gates says he hopes to gain insight into into how the illness is moving through the community, who is at the greatest risk, and whether physical distancing measures are in fact working. He goes on to say the key advantage of this at-home testing approach is that people don't need to go to a clinic where they risk exposing themselves or others to an injection. You know what's funny about this at-home testing approach? You know what's funny about that? The date it started. So I'm going to tell you right now, It wasn't May. It wasn't April. And every single, didn't they say basically every test before April was it unreliable? Isn't that what's being said? So I guess Bill Gates got the only reliable testing in the entire country. Okay, I guess that's believable. Nothing weird there. Now, the article does go on to say that though the FDA has given no indication that the scam project is linked to fraud, the agency has gone on high alert after a rush of fly-by-night coronavirus testing services emerged across the United States, many offering faulty or outright test kits. Oh, interesting. So now we have heard for the second time today that governments are making decisions about what to do with their economies, how they'll give money away, what people should do, how they should act, what we should eat, when we should shower, when I should feed my dog, when we can have sex, if I should use a condom. I probably won't, but either way, they're basing all this information off of testing that has come from a wave of faulty or outright fake tests. Are you fucking... How? Once again, how does the headline "a wave of faulty or outright fake tests" not make it to the 6 p.m. news? How? Even the possible... Are in the FDA said this. They had to start locking shit down because too many false tests were being put. Are you kidding? And I know the FDA is confused. They're like, how the hell did y'all get accurate tests? We don't even got accurate tests. Come here real quick. Let me talk to you. Okay. Now, a lot of you all have seen the numbers, and a lot of people say they're overinflated, and clearly they probably are. That does not mean that the virus doesn't exist. The virus probably does exist. No, it does exist. But I'm saying the virus, as far as killing people, probably does exist, but we will never know because they basically stopped flu virus testing, even though the flu is still a thing. I mean, did the flu disappear because coronavirus reappeared? I don't think so. We also know that they're literally telling doctors, hey, if you say this person died of coronavirus, we'll give you some more money. But hell, apparently, the doctors don't even have to lie because there's a bunch of fake tests saying that people died of coronavirus. Okay. Now, some people may be wondering the same thing I wondered when I read this article. Why in the hell am I reading an article that is talking about a medical program paid for by Bill Gates? And was this medical program in fact paid for and spearheaded by Bill Gates? Well, according to Bill Gates' own website, yeah, it was. And the reason I said it's a little bit interesting to me how Bill Gates was basically celebrating the success of this testing, right? Was because of the date. I said that. And the reason why is because the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation started this in March 24th, people, is when they donated this money to Seattle to fund this program to surveil you. So you're telling me that Bill Gates somehow found more reliable testing than any of the governmental organizations in the United States at the time? Wow. I mean, I know he's a billionaire, but something don't smell right. Am I the only one? Maybe I got a bad sense of smell. I don't know. but something don't smell right. Okay. So he bought that. Okay, now did he step down from being the CEO of Microsoft at this time? I wonder who made these tests. I wonder that because if you donate money to the program through your foundation is a nonprofit. Everyone who donates to you gets to claim as a tax deductible. Like it's tax deductible, right? You don't got to pay no tax on that. Okay. And then if you donate to the government, you don't have to pay any taxes on that. And you're just donating testing. And anybody who spends that money can then deduct that from their taxes. So you're like, it's like that's like a net gain, right? Because if that testing becomes popular and then the tracing system becomes popular, then our government adopts it because you're best friends with Fauci. I wonder who could stand to make a lot of money if that happened. But y'all don't think Bill Gates would do something like that, right? Y'all don't think that Bill Gates would create something faulty, selling it as being better than it is, and then you realize a year and a half later, oh shit, I got to get a new computer. He would never do something like that just to make a profit. Right? He would never do that. It's not Bill Gates. March 24th, Bill Gates was confident that he had a better testing equipment than the entire federal government. Interesting. Well, on that same blog, on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's website, to give us a little bit more confidence and to pat themselves on the back some more, they also revealed this information stating that they've invested $60 million to kickstart the vaccine initiative as well. You think that has anything to do with the fact that Fauci just told Congress that after years of never being able to come up with the coronavirus, at least one that worked, a couple of months or a few months into the quarantine, there's going to be a vaccine by this fall? Fauci. And who is going to make that vaccine? Who going to profit from that? $60 million into the vaccine initiative. That's a little interesting because last I checked, the vaccines have to be approved by the FDA. The government, our government, has already allocated a bunch of money to a bunch of companies to try and come up with a drug. Fauci said about 8 have already come up with something that may be viable by fall. So why the hell is Bill Gates investing $60 million to Kickstarter? Oh, that's right. He told you on the website. That's his words, not mine. It's a $60 million investment. That's what it is. He is investing. And you know what? The key thing about an investment is you don't invest money without expecting a return on your investments. LEJ, thank you very, very much for the super chat, my friend. But you don't invest. Well, I don't invest $2 without expecting to get my $2 back at least. And Bill Gates is a smart businessman. He is not investing $60 million out of the kindness of his heart. And he damn sure didn't step down as CEO of Microsoft because he just got tired of making money and because he doesn't think he knows what's best for his company. He understands that if there's one vaccine distributed to all the Western nations and that there's one company who's going to have the breakthrough vaccine, right? Because literally, once again, they've been trying to create a vaccine for a coronavirus because coronaviruses were prominent in only animals until recently. But they've been trying to create a vaccine for it just in case there was an outbreak. They've never been able to create one. But now that Bill Gates has been gracious enough to donate $60 million, all of a sudden there may be one just in time. Like I said, he did not donate $60 million out of the kindness of his heart. And what's even scarier, people, is that he also in the same blog, this is Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation website. I am not, he is boasting about this shit. It's almost like they're laughing in our faces about how stupid most of this country is. Bill Gates also said on his website that they donated 20 million in sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia to combat the coronavirus. Okay, so here's the thing about that, people. There's a couple things about that whole thing. I don't know if y'all know this, but the one continent, not country, the whole damn continent, the one continent that has not had this major issue that we call the COVID-19 coronavirus, the one continent that has not asked for our help, has not requested our help, don't need our help because we only cause problems, we don't fix them, has been Africa. Not only sub-Saharan Africa, but all of Africa. They have been doing beautifully. They're fine. They're good. But you donated $20 million for what? So you donated $60 million for the vaccine initiatives. You're donating $20 million to sub-Saharan Africa. Question: do y'all know the history of the United States and Big Pharma testing out vaccines on Africans? Because nobody in their dumbass right mind will let them test a vaccine that they come up with in a few months on themselves here in America. So they have to be able to say that there were human trials conducted, right? You gonna volunteer for those human trials? I'm not volunteering for them human trials. My wife isn't volunteering for them human trials. My imaginary friend isn't volunteering for these human trials. My dog, who acts really human, isn't volunteering for these human trials either. Bill Gates ain't even letting his kids volunteer for these human trials. So they got to test somebody. And they go right over to Africa to test vaccines. So why are you testing, or excuse me, why are you funding a $60 million vaccine initiative through an investment? He said it. That's his words, not mine. Through an investment, $60 million. And then you're donating $20 million to fight the virus pandemic that isn't a pandemic in Africa. Africa is not going through a pandemic right now. We are. Africa got a few sick people. We're the ones with the pandemic. Maybe we should be using their tests. Maybe their tests are more accurate than ours. Africa seems to be just fine. What are you doing? Nobody, everybody okay with this? I'm just curious. Is everybody okay with this? This is a thing? It's like, we're just like, yeah, whatever. Software engineer funding vaccines and giving money to people who didn't even ask for it, for a cause that they're not even suffering from. It's fine, cool, whatever. Well, if that don't make you a little weirded out, then maybe this will. So I just said he's using $60 million to invest in a vaccine initiative. My question is, why? Cuba and China have already created a treatment that works, and it's already being, matter of fact, I don't want to lie to you, I'm going to tell you the exact number of countries. Cuba's super drug. Remember I covered that? I covered this story that Cuba and China created a super drug. And when I tell you super drug, I mean, this thing is crazy. This thing treats coronavirus. It treats HIV. It treats hepatitis. It treats tuberculosis. Bro, this thing is insane. Bro, Cuba, I swear to God, they got little Cuban wizards. Just, here's a colada for you. and here's the cure to all your problems. I mean, how else are you on an embargo from the entire Western world and you're just like, whatever, cure for throat cancer, treatment for HIV, cars that run for hundreds of thousands of years, best healthcare system in the world. But the one power I don't have as the little Cuban wizard is if, like, I can't, paint your houses. I can't do that, but you'll literally get everything else. But in all seriousness, there are already 12 countries that Cuba has, 15 countries that Cuba has either sent treatments to because the countries found out that the treatments work, or they are requesting that Cuba send them treatment because, well, it works. Actually, let me see. That one's from March. There was a new. Oh, let me go to. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm in Google. I'm gonna DuckDuckGo. That one's from March. Cuba's COVID drug. Oh, come on. Where is it at? I don't understand how that story is being like buried. Oh, I mean, I do understand. I'm not saying I'm dumb. I do understand it. It's just insane to me. Come on, where you at? Oh my God! Y'all want to see something? You want to see something I just read? Literally, Cuba can produce 23 drugs to treat the coronavirus. 23 drugs. Bro, we haven't even come up with one vaccine in Cuba's. Woo! That's crazy. I can't find the story right now, but I'm gonna put it like this. I want to say, don't quote me on this. I think it was 40 countries have now requested Cuba's super drug to treat the coronavirus. And if that's the case, then I mean, why not use what works? Why not use what is working? If the country where the virus originated, China, says this is how we've reduced our numbers so much, and then Cuba, one of the top 5, which has one of the top 5 medical schools in the damn world, says they have no problems. They have everything perfectly under control. Why does Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci, why are they so obsessed with creating a vaccine? Why? And more importantly, because I understand maybe you don't want people to catch it at all. Okay, that's cool. Then why are you not at least boasting about the treatments that can mitigate the symptoms and the conclusion that everyone has been staying at home to prevent? Anybody want to square that with me? Why not talk about that? Hey, we're still trying to work on this vaccine to make sure nobody gets the virus, but really good treatment. We're going to negotiate with Cuba's government because first and foremost, we want to save lives. Oh, that's right, because that's not their first or primary or secondary goal. That's right. So yes, the COVID-19 is real. And like everything else, Cuba has seemed to already fucking cured it. But it is real. The solutions are out there. But we are purposely being shielded from the solutions while we are told to celebrate and uplift people like Bill Gates, who is literally financially invested in the creation of a vaccine for a virus his tests and the testing of just about apparently everybody else can't even accurately detect. So if you can't even detect with reliable accuracy the existence of the drug, how the hell are you reliably killing the the disease? How are you reliably killing the disease if you can't even accurately detect the disease in someone's body? Please explain this to me. It's been 4 months. Y'all can't even come up with reliable testing, but y'all gonna come up with a reliable vaccine in 8 months. Come on, bro. At some point, common sense has to kick in. If you like that segment of Mikasa and Sukasa, don't forget to like the video and smash that subscribe button. Want access to members only live streams, behind the scenes footage, and other premium content? Well, you can endorse us on Rockman Premium, become a patron through Patreon, or you can sign up for the MCSC Premium membership through YouTube. All the links are in the description below. But hey, more than anything else, always remember,
Find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Always remember, more than anything else, find your balance.
peace.